We're at the Ledge Amphitheater in White Park, Minnesota.
I saw the Blues Brothers 2 years ago with these guys.
Blues Brothers 2 years ago was a lot of fun. Prior to that, it was the Beach Boys, and with John Stamos, it was awesome.
I have never been to a PyCon event before. This is my first time, and I am loving it.
Yeah, this is incredible. We pulled in, parked, got some free beers, amazing free food.
Famous Days!
Hey everyone, Famous Dave here, smoking up the best ribs in America.
Having a great time so far. We got a picture with John Randall. It's pretty awesome.
John Randall is like my favorite.
Skull.
Hey guys, what is going on? My name is Will, and we are back for a little bit of bingo. But before we get into that, we've got our first game of Lucky 4 bingo that we need to get into. And as you guys see, we got about 40 seconds left to get enrolled into this first game of Lucky 4 bingo, just before we get into those 23 games of Game Day bingo. But as you guys know, I am Will, and we are here for a little bit of Pilot Games action. All broadcasts are going to be live on those Pilot TVs, Pilot Player Connect app, pilotgames.com/PilotTV, YouTube Live, and on the Twitch app. Our channel name on both YouTube and Twitch is MegaSota. But you guys might be watching us on all those shiny new Pilot TVs that we've been sending on out to you guys. And we have a list of a bunch of new locations we just sent out to a ton of new locations over at McHugh's Grill and Bar, Muddy Chicken Burnsville, Muddy Cow Shakopee, Carboni's Pizza and Sports Bar Burnsville, Red Men Club, Flame Bar, Red Fox Tavern, Goodfellas Lakeview, Old Piper in Lakeview, as well as Blasco's Embassy Bar. So congratulations to all those locations getting those shiny new Pilot TVs. Wish you guys a little bit of extra luck on these games of Game Day Bingo that we have ahead of us. But as you guys can see, we got balls dropping on this game of Lucky 4 Bingo. We are still in line for that mega jackpot. Definitely some awesome stuff. Looks like we will be moving on past that. That is all right. We still have a couple more prizes that we can go for. We've got a couple players that are 3 balls away, so hopefully we'll be able to catch up in time for this mini jackpot. And it looks like we are still in line for that with that $418 on the line. We got a couple players 2 balls in line, and we are going to be dropping past that onto our must-go prize. But as you guys know, we hand out jackpots all the time here at Pilot Games, and we are currently 22 jackpots for the rolling week and 345 for all of Season 12. And yesterday, we had a winner adding on to that total. It was Timmy J over at VFW Crystal, taking home $601, just making that $600 jackpot amount. Here we are. We got CF, CJF, HHV, and Sam all 1 ball away. Hopefully, we'll be able to hand out this prize here, so we'll be able to see those 4 lucky numbers. But in the meantime, if you guys are wanting to switch it up away from our regularly scheduled bingo just a little bit, we're always releasing new eTab games that you guys can check out. And we just released a new one called Bounty Hunter. You guys can collect lucky horseshoes, try that bonanza bonus, or even try your luck and pick a lucky door in that saloon door bonus round. It's definitely a lot of fun, and we love all of our eTab games that we release for you guys. But if you guys want to see a preview of that eTab game, go give us a like and follow on our Facebook page. You just got to search up Pilot Games and you'll see our logo. That way, you'll also be able to see weekly bingo schedules, event details and reminders, big progressives, player pictures, and so much more. You guys can also click the website link on our Facebook page to see our link tree that has links to bar locations, all of our social media, and so much more. But there we go. We got Gumby, everyone's favorite claymation green guy, taking home $3 over at Municipal Liquor Store Akeley. And we got 5, 13, 71, and 61 for our 4 lucky numbers. So make sure you guys are getting enrolled in Press and Play for this game, for all these games of Game Day Bingo, because we got a ton of prizes on the line. You can see that minor jackpot must have gone out a ton during those 1 to 4 times. That's starting us off at just over $50 at a 54 ball count. That major jackpot is currently sitting at $2,558 at a 50 ball count. And that mega jackpot's sitting at $10,939. Hopefully we can hit that $11,000 marker here soon, and you guys can take that home in 46 balls or less. But in the meantime, we have a ton of bingo that goes on throughout our day. And before you guys get started with your bingo day, we start off with a Cup of Joe at Jordy right at 11:30 for you guys, where we go over all the analyticals throughout the day of everything you're going to want to look at and all the progressives that are going to be going out throughout the day. But right after that, starting 10 minutes after we get off air from that at 12 o'clock, we start with our Vikings Bingo 25-cent cards that run from 12 all the way till 1 o'clock. During those times, you guys go after a bunch of awesome jackpots. Not sure if that one happened to go out, but it started off the day at over $7,000. But no matter what that jackpot's at, you guys can always take it home in 52 balls or less. Right after that, going on from 1 all the way till 4 o'clock, we've got our game day bingo 50-cent cards that help us run into this happy hour stream. That we start off with that minor, that major, and that mega, all the same prizes that we have here, except for different monetary amounts because it's earlier in the day. Right after that, we start off with that next game, that first game of our happy hour, which is that game of Lucky 4 Bingo. You guys took a stab at over $41,505, but not to worry. After these 20, if you guys are unable to hit that jackpot, after 23 games of game day bingo, you guys will be getting a second shot at that right at 6 o'clock. During those games of game day bingo, running from 4 all the way till 6, you're going after this minor prize, starting us off at $61 at a 54 ball count. Major prize at $2,566. You can take home in 50 balls or less. And that mega jackpot sitting at $10,945. And that's at a 46 ball count. Make sure you guys are getting enrolled because you guys just have about a minute left to do so. But after all these games of game day bingo and that final game of Lucky 4 Bingo, you guys will be getting into some Skull Bingo $1 cards running from about 6 to 6:40 and then again from 8:30 all the way till 10. During those times, you're going after a line prize, starting off the day at $81. You guys can always take that home in 10 balls or less. That large frame prize is starting off the day at $1,369, and you can take that home in 43 balls or less as always. And that coverall prize is starting off the day at $6,601, and you guys can always take that home in 50 balls or less. But during those times, we do have a couple interruptions, especially tonight, especially because we have MegaSota game night. That starts off for you guys at 6:40 every single Tuesday with Tony and Nikki taking the helm, leading you guys through a ton of PGL action all the way until that grand finale where you guys get a game of Jackpot Jungle where in 54 balls or less you guys can take home a whopping $41,551. Make sure you guys are sticking around tonight because that MegaSota game night is going to have a ton of awesome prizes for you guys. But if you guys happen to miss our MegaSota game night tonight, not to worry, it's not the only PGL night we have running throughout our week because the very next day, that's right, tomorrow, we have our Wild Wednesday. That goes on from 7 to 9 every single Wednesday, and we finally switched on over to the Ice Studio with the Wild starting their season last week. You guys can join Ian and I leading you guys through a ton of PGL action all the way up until our grand finale where we actually give you guys 2 games of Wipeout Blackout. It's just like Skull Bingo, but it's got a little bit of sun and sand along it in case you guys are missing that during the start of these winter months. Actually, it's really fall, but I saw that snow outside. It's getting close to winter. So make sure you guys are swinging on out, checking out that sun in the sand, and, just sticking around for all that awesome PGL action. Again, Wild Wednesday goes on from 7 to 9 every single Wednesday, and tonight's our MegaSota game night, starting off at 6:40 like it does every single Tuesday. But we got balls dropping on this game of on this game of game day bingo. It's definitely a lot of fun. But you can see we got that minor prize at $62 at a 54 ball count. That major prize is at $2,566 at 50 balls or less. And that mega jackpot's at $10,945. You can take home in 46 balls or less. And we're getting closer with a couple players only 6 balls away. Hopefully you'll be able to hit this minor jackpot. And if not, we have that $25 must go to land back on. But as you guys are going after all these awesome prizes, we got some national days to get into. And starting us off, we got an international day, actually, as it's International Legging Day. Get geared up for International Legging Day every October 18th. Although it's a year-round staple, when temps drop in the fall, it is officially legging season. And yeah, you definitely see you see a lot more people are wearing leggings. A lot of people buy them. I know people who are in sports usually wear them for anything along the lines of like wind resistance and stuff like snowboarding or stuff. So yeah, go out, buy a pair of leggings if you need some, and yeah, definitely a good one to celebrate. But here we go. We got Carly over at Hayslip's Corner Talmoon taking home that $25 must-go prize. Good job to you, Carly, as we start getting ready for this next game of Game Day Bingo. But as you guys are getting ready to get enrolled in press play for that game, we got another national day for you guys, as this one is National Exascale Day. I'm guessing on October 18th. Today, 10/18. I'm guessing it's the thing. National Exascale Day celebrates the scientists and researchers who make breakthrough discoveries in medicine, materials, sciences, energy, and beyond with the help of some of the fastest supercomputers in the world. So we're actually just going to look up what an exascale is, because I'm actually not quite sure. All right, so we're going to take a gander to see what we got here for exascales. And yeah, so an exascale is, yeah, it's a type of supercomputer. Yeah, so exascale computers will help us even build future fusion power plants. They will power new studies for the universe, the particle physics to the formation of stars. From particle physics to the formation of stars. And these supercomputers will help ensure the safety and security of the United States by supporting tasks such as maintenance of our nuclear deterrent systems. Wow, that is a lot. Yeah, exascale computing. Let's see breakthroughs we found through with exascale computers. All right, so let's see if we found any crazy discoveries. What's been found with exascale computing? Let's see. Okay, let's see. Okay, so let's see what we found. This is actually by Dell itself, and it's talks all about supercomputers. Let's see what we got. Supercomputers in 2020. We got some key developments that have happened with just supercomputers in general. And especially because these have some crazy like features that you're allowed to be able to do, or not any features about like crazy like feats that you're able to accomplish with these. But as you can see, starting off, we got Microsoft announced the supercomputer in association with OpenAI. In May this year, Microsoft announced that let's see, that it disclosed that it had built one of the top 5 publicly disclosed supercomputers in the world to train extensive super artificial intelligence models in partnerships with OpenAI. The supercomputer hosted in Azure was explicitly designed to train that company's AI models. The announcement, which came at its virtual Build Developers Conference, said that the new supercomputer developed has more than 285,000 CPU cores, 10,000 graphics processing units, and 400 gigabytes per second of connectivity for each individual GPU server. That's a lot going on. I know Charter Wi-Fi only offers me 100 megabytes a second, so that's a bit. So next up we have D-Wave announced general availability of its quantum computer. So you could just go out and buy a quantum computer if you have the funds now. Canada-based company D-Wave announced the general availability of its quantum computer with 5,000 qubits of connectivity. Called Advantage, the company said that it would be made available to customers over the Leap Quantum Cloud service. This platform incorporates new hardware, software, and tools to enable and accelerate the delivery of in-production quantum computing applications. With more than 5,000 qubits, it also provides a hybrid solver service, which can address big problems. So yeah, they're doing a lot with all these new supercomputers, including stuff about like nuclear deterrent systems. Someone built the most powerful supercomputer within 3 weeks now. Chinese researchers achieved quantum supremacy. Yeah, and they were able to use these supercomputers to help carry out experimentations with photons and light, which is amazing that you can use all these computers to do that. But yeah, crazy how far computers have gone, and yeah, just really crazy how far we've been able to go with everything in computing and everything. So happy National Exascale Day, where we celebrate all those scientists and researchers who made those breakthrough discoveries in medicine, material sciences, and energy with those supercomputers. Definitely some awesome stuff, but as you guys see, we have balls dropping on this game. We're not quite sure. There we go. We got Gunner over at Broadway Pizza Coon Rapids, only 2 balls away, taking home that $27 must-go prize. Good job to you, Gunner, as we start getting enrolled into this next game of Game Day Bingo. But as you guys are getting enrolled, I am going to be taking a quick break for these next couple games, so make sure you guys are getting enrolled and press and play, and I'll see you guys in just a bit.
Our mission is to serve the community. Pilot Games has given us the opportunity to provide those resources and so forth that we need to our schools, to our fire department, to our library, to organizations that help the hungry. All of those are all made possible by the Pilot Games organization.
There it is. 53 balls.
at the Ledge Amphitheater in White Park, Minnesota.
I saw the Blues Brothers 2 years ago with these guys.
Blues Brothers 2 years ago was a lot of fun. Prior to that, it was the Beach Boys, and with John Stamos, it was awesome.
I have never been to a PyCon event before. This is my first time, and I am loving it.
Yeah, this is incredible. We pulled in, parked, got some free beers, amazing free food.
Famous Days.
Hey everyone, Famous Dave here, smoking up the best ribs in America.
Having a great time so far. We got a picture with John Randall. It's pretty awesome.
John Randall is like my favorite.
Skol, 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 baby!
Really cool seeing John Kriesel. Really cool listening to him talk and his story.
This is my first PyCon, and I've had a blast.
Willie is my favorite.
I'm excited for Willie Nelson.
I grew up listening to Willie Nelson my whole life.
Willie Nelson.
Willie Nelson.
Have a really nice day!
The entertainment, the people watching, cocktails, t-shirts.
Drink and eat and be with everybody.
Fabulous experience.
Either way, I don't know why you would miss this. That's all I gotta say.
He said we're making sure to come every year.
Get your butt here, man. Get your butt here.
Come on, let's get stinking rich. Smell you later. Smells like money. Five free plays awarded. That smells wild. It doesn't get any better than that. Smells like a big one. Five times multiplier. It's raining cash. You gotta play to win.
Hey guys, what is going on? We are back for a little bit more Pilot Games action. We were just gone for a couple games there, and in those games we had a couple winners. In that game number 3, we had Blanche over at American Legion Eagle Lake and Kona Kid over at the roadside, splitting up $35.60. Right after that, in game 4, we had Ryan over at the Old Piper in Blaine, taking home $49 on that must-go prize. And in Game 5, we had 2 winners. This one was split between Brioon over at Shooter Saloon and Eatery, as well as Rich over at Shady's Railside. They were able to split up $309. Good job to those 2 winners in that last game, Game 5, Brioon and Rich. And good job to all of our winners we had in those games beforehand. But as you guys have, as the enrolling streak is coming to an end, we got another national day for you guys. But before we'll take a look at these prizes, we have that minor jackpot at $52, and at a 52 ball count. That major prize is at $2,805. You guys can take that home in 50 balls or less. And that mega jackpot is at $11,185. And you guys can take that home in 46 balls or less. So make sure you guys are paying attention, because this game is going to go by super quickly. But as you guys are going after all these prizes, we got that last national day for you guys. And this one is a food one, so you guys know you guys will all want to celebrate this one. This one is National Chocolate Cupcake Day. National Chocolate Cupcake Day on October 18th annually celebrates the sweetness of small chocolate cakes. With a dollop of frosting, one sweet serving satisfies chocolate and cake lovers alike. Yeah, chocolate cupcakes are probably one of the better flavors out there, maybe vanilla. But we are going to look up some of the best places to get cupcakes in America. All right, let's see what we got. All right, so we are going to look at a list of the absolute best cupcake shops in the U.S. So we'll see what we got. Starting us off, we have a big-time player. We got Little Cupcake Bake Shop in Brooklyn. Going strong for over 15 years, Little Cupcake Bake Shop in Brooklyn seems to do it all. It looks like they have a almost like one of those like a strawberry shortcake cupcake. That just for showing it off, it looks really good. They have multiple locations in the Hip Borough. You're never too far from a sweet treat. Plus, the bakery caters to events, so they even go to you guys. On top of making decadent cupcakes, the bakery also sells other classic American desserts like cookies, bundt cakes, cheesecakes, pies, ice cream bars. Oh gosh, ice cream, bars, and more. Yeah, definitely a lot of stuff they sell there. But there we go. We got a couple winners, as we got Nick over at Stonehill Bar, and we got Funk over at Carboni's Pizza, CR Billiards. Good job, Funk and Nick. You guys are going to be splitting up that $126 must-go prize. Good job to the both of you guys. As we start getting ready for game number 7 of Game Day Bingo, definitely some awesome stuff. Make sure you guys are getting enrolled in pressing play. But next up on our list, we have maybe one you guys might even know about. Probably you guys. We got the Cupcake Bakery in Eagan, Minnesota. Definitely a fun one. Cupcake Bakery in Minnesota knows that people like to have options, so a variety of assorted packs are available on the menu. Decide whether you need the ultimate premium or gourmet selection and prepare to savor every last morsel. Per its website, the bakery has been experimenting with flavors, toppings, and fillings since 2004, so you can guarantee that the 50 or so choices taste of pure perfection. Classics stay on the menu, and seasonal spins are regularly in the works, meaning that you'll always have a different cupcake to sample when you guys stop by. Pardon me. Oh, definitely messed up. But Eagan. Let's see. The Cupcake Bakery. This is one that I'm gonna have to look at. They got everything, and and it's only in Eagan, so it's not gonna be too far. We're gonna be in there for PyCon soon, so maybe that's something I'll have to talk to Ian and all them about. See if we can swing by. Next up, we got Kara's Cupcakes. They actually have multiple locations. Funnily enough, Kara of Kara's Cupcakes actually grew up with a dentist of a parent. From small-scale catering to a popular bakery with multiple locations in the San Francisco Bay Area and Napa, Kara is now making and enjoying her fair share of treats. Quality ingredients are prized, and a focus on local products seals the deal. Kara's aims out to suit a range of dietary needs, and both gluten-free and vegan options are even available. They have popular favorites such as the Flower de Sel, which is chocolate ganache and caramel, as well as sea salt, red velvet with cream cheese frosting, and sweet vanilla. Meyer lemon is one you can get, as well as sweet s'mores. Definitely a lot of cupcakes to check out there. Next up, before we continue with some of these best cupcake shops, we do have only 30 seconds left to get enrolled. Make sure you guys are doing so, as that minor jackpot is climbing up to over almost $90 at a 54 ball count. That major jackpot's at $2,834. You can take home in 50 balls or less. And that mega jackpot's at $11,213. And you guys can take that home in 46 balls or less. So make sure you guys are getting enrolled in press and play, because this is going to be a good one. But next up on our list of the best cupcakes in the U.S., a very serious thing to go about, it is the Cupcake Royale. It seems like a little bit of a battle in Seattle. Let's see. While it seems unimaginable today to think of a time with no cupcake shops when Cupcake Royale opened in Seattle in 2003, it was the first bakery of its kind to set up shop outside of New York City. This is Seattle, so you can bet that the fresh daily baked cupcakes are served with some of the best Java around. Community commitment is at the forefront of the bakery's principles, and apart from sourcing all the ingredients regionally, it also makes regular donations with local nonprofits. We love to see that. Enjoy a cupcake and be confident that it's contributing to something greater. Definitely awesome. So yeah, exactly. What more can you ask for other than, getting what you paid for, plus more by being able to help out someone else? It's like what you guys are all doing here. So definitely awesome stuff. Maybe that's a cupcake shop to look into. Next up, this one, it's got like a whole dessert on top of the cupcake, so you just know it's going to be good. This one is Georgetown Cupcake, and again, they have multiple locations. This one was actually started by some siblings. Sisters Catherine and Sophie have been running the show at the Georgetown Cupcake since 2008. Quickly expanding with locations from coast to coast, cupcakes run deep in this family, and the owners picked up a lot of baking tricks from their grandmother, which they've shared on a couple TLC shows and in 2 books. Everyone is eager to get a bite, and Georgetown Cupcake has received acclaim from dozens of outlets, including the New York Times, USA Today, the Oprah, and Martha Stewart, just to name a couple. The bakery also caters to events and goes above and beyond in the community, sharing the joy of a sweet treat with countless charitable organizations. Again, you'll love to see that. Let's see what we got for other ones. We got another one. This one also with multiple locations. It's got a fun name too. This one being called Sprinkles, and it looks like it has filled cupcakes, as in there's just filling just right down the middle. It looks good. So let's see what they got here. We love being able to get our favorite cupcakes from across the country, and apart from having locations in 8 states, Sprinkles ships nationwide. You can get your cupcake shipped from them, just directed to your house wherever you are. Sprinkles. It sounds amazing. And honestly, in this day and age, with how DoorDash and everything, it's amazing what you what you can't get delivered directly to your house. But there we go. We got Doa over at Corner Pocket Rice taking home that $27 must-go prize. Good job to you, Doa, as we start getting enrolled for this next game of Game Day Bingo. Good job to you, Doa, taking home that $27. But yeah, we were looking at Sprinkles and what they serve there, and yeah, they have those. You can get them cupcakes shipped right to your house there. The value of a cupcake should not be underestimated, and Sprinkles works with community organizations and projects to share some of the sweetness with everyone. Regular customers will love the loyalty program, which compensates you with a free cupcake after you reach a certain amount of points, like what you see at a lot of places. The cupcake menu is filled with tempting options, including gluten and vegan-free as well, and flavors available for a limited time keep it exciting. Among the best sellers, chocolate lovers need to taste the Belgian dark chocolate cupcake with dark chocolate frosting and sprinkles. I don't think I've had dark chocolate frosting before. That just sounds good. Maybe with some raspberries or something. Let's see. Other guaranteed favorites are obviously strawberry. It's got cake and frosting that are strawberry. Black and white, which is dark chocolate cake with vanilla frosting, and red velvet. There's also triple cinnamon, carrot cake, banana cupcakes. Plenty of variety, and again, gluten-free or vegan-free, even come in the flavors like red velvet. Definitely some awesome stuff. Next up, we got one with another fun name. We got the Buzz Bake Shop, and that one also has multiple locations. With 2 locations in Virginia, Buzz Bake Shop is satisfying the local sweet tooths with its tempting selection of baked goods. The bakers will happily cater to any occasion. How about a cupcake decorating party? That sounds really awesome. You can enjoy one of Buzz Bake Shop's savory breakfast offerings, a hearty muffin, or the assorted desserts. but a cupcake is the obvious must. A cupcake is just a dessert muffin, you know? While you're at it, you'll probably have to bring home a variety to try a variety of those tasty flavors that are on the menu. So yeah, one to check out, so that even when you get there, you're going to have to bring some home. Next up, and it looks like we're getting towards the end of our list, actually, getting closer to number 1. We have, actually, we'll skip on over to number 1 and see what we can find. Oh, these are massive. It's a huge list. So let's see what else we can find. We're going to go to the number, the last couple, see what we can see. All right. Oh, we are at the tail end. Awesome. Next up, we got Molly's Cupcakes. They have multiple locations. Before we get into that, we have only a couple seconds to get enrolled. Make sure you guys are doing that because that minor jackpot is over $130. You take home in 56 balls or less. Majors at $2,868. You can take home in 50 balls or less. And that mega jackpot is at $11,247. And as you guys can see, we have balls dropping on this game already. But we're looking over at Molly's Cupcakes, and they have multiple locations, as a lot of these places do. Founder John Nicolaides' elementary school teacher, Miss Molly, was the inspiration behind Molly's Cupcakes. And as he recounts, she would bake incredible birthday cakes. Ooh, pardon me. His teacher would bake incredible birthday cupcakes for all of her students. So Johnny opened up his own shop in Chicago to share the cupcake joy, making a point to donate part of all profits to local schools. After wowing the country on Food Network's Cupcake Wars back in 2009, the bakery expanded with outlets in Iowa City, Cincinnati, and even New York City. Amazing stuff, being able to break it out into the Big Apple. Let's see, there are variations on the menu depending on your location, but they all have delicious fillings and custom sprinkle station in common. Some top favorites include red velvet, peach cobbler. Peach cobbler, that sounds amazing. Peanut butter Nutella, that one also sounds great. Salted caramel butterscotch, creme brulee, and Boston cream. Chocolate lovers are covered, and chocolate mousse, flourless molten chocolate, chocolate decadence, and German chocolate all laid on thick. As for seasonal flavors, the tempting options are endless, with stuff coming out like passion fruit, mango, pumpkin spice, pecan pie, key lime, and eggnog are all prime choices. And of course, Molly has an assortment of vegan and gluten-free cupcakes, so no one's left out. Definitely awesome stuff. That eggnog cupcake, that might be one I have to give a shot. I'm not the biggest fan of eggnog, but it's always it's pretty nice with a little bit of rum during the holiday season. Next up, we got the Flying Cupcake Bakery in Indianapolis. The Flying Cupcake Bakery in Indianapolis has graced many best cupcake lists since the opening in 2007. If you like savoring a cupcake as a small or larger snack, you'll love the fact that the treats come in mini, regular, or the signature jumbo size. Jumbo cupcakes, come on, awesome. But before we get further into that, we do have a winner, as we have SBL over at Shank and Boom Lounge. Let's see what you did there. Taking home $34 on that must-go prize. Good job to you, SBL, taking home that win. But we're looking over at the Flying Cupcake Bakery in Indianapolis. And yeah, they got a lot of stuff going on. They've been around since 2007. You can get a mini, regular, or a signature jumbo size cupcake there. Plus, even classic and daily flavors keep the selection wide. They have over 60 choices that you can choose from. And vegan, gluten-free, and custom options are all available. If you're planning an event, you'll want to reserve one of the bakery's 2 food trucks. They got 2 food trucks, that's right. Cutely named Petunia and Penelope. And if you're anywhere else in the continental USA, the bakery even ships. That's one to look into. But next up, and last, but definitely not least, we have the Buttah Bakery. This one, Buttah is spelled B-U-T-T-A-H. The Buttah Bakery. It's in New York. The Buttah Bakery in Ridgewood, I like saying that, in Ridgewood, New York, has a widely tempting selection of cupcakes and assorted treats for all sugar lovers out there. You guys can create your own combinations or try any from the menu, and you're guaranteed to love every bite. To customize your order, choose from a number of appetizing designs that can be paired with your choice of cake base. If you're sticking to the menu, thanks to the ever-changing variety of flavors, your cupcake-loving self will never get bored. Among with enticing flavors, you'll find banana peanut butter with chocolate ganache, of course. Charlotte Ruse, a throwback to an iconic 1930s treat from Brooklyn, consisting of a raspberry jelly roll with whipped cream and a maraschino cherry. You can get coconut cream, vanilla or chocolate cake whipped with cream and coconut flakes and carrot. It's got spiced carrot, walnut, and raisin cake with cream cheese icing and candied carrots. And for a chocolate lover's dream, the Brooklyn Blackout is filled with and topped with chocolate pudding and covered in chocolate cake crumbs. In the crumbs of an actual chocolate cake. That is amazing. Definitely one to look at. So make sure you guys are out there celebrating Chocolate Cupcake Day, especially with all those chocolate lovers cupcakes that all these shops have out there. So maybe you guys can find that cupcake shops near you, especially that one in Egan, to go and check out. But happy National Chocolate Cupcake Day, happy National Exascale Day, and International Legging Day. Definitely some fun national days on that list. But we only have about 15 seconds to get enrolled into this next game of Game Day Bingo. That minor jackpot's at over $183. You could take home in 58 balls or less. Major jackpot's at $2,910. You could take home in 50 balls or less. And that mega jackpot's at $11,289. And you guys can take that home in 46 balls or less. Make sure you guys are paying attention, as this game is going to go by pretty quick. But as you guys are doing that, we got some awesome Twins news for you guys, as the Twins ended off their season 77-84. The 2022 World Series will begin on Friday, October 28th, and it will be ending on Saturday, November 5th. Very exciting stuff. We are still waiting for that Saturday, November 5th time, so we can find out a little bit more about who we're going to be looking at to potentially be replacing Carlos Correa. But we're going to look up a little bit of Minnesota Twins news, see what you guys, see what we can find for you guys, see if there's any breaking news going on, especially with all that stuff going on with Correa. Let's see what we got. It's just a lot of talk about who's going to be paying Correa. I know people think that he's going to be going to the Cubs, but a lot of us, we're just still waiting for that. So make sure you guys are staying tuned with those Twins. And as you guys know, we've teamed up with the Minnesota Twins for the E-Tab game Twins Win. You guys can play that today wherever Pilot games are played, and check out that Home Run Derby bonus round where you guys can take home some big cash. But as you guys know, you guys also play our Vikings Bingo, or what it's called the other half of the year, Twins Bingo, during our lunchtime, from 12 all the way till 1 o'clock. During those times, as you guys are taking home all that good cash, you guys are also taking home points for our Twiking Zone standings. We've had a couple switch-ups that have been going on, and a tie that had recently been moved out. Pardon me, but starting us off on those player standings. In 10th place, we got Poppers with 99,000 points, only 1,000 points away from that 100,000 point club. In 9th place, we got Red over at American Legion Fridley with 104,000 points. Shortly ahead with 105,000 points, only a 1,000 point lead, it's 8th place Kirby over at VFW Blaine. In 7th, we got Caribou over at Cooper's Restaurant with 122,000 points. In 6th, it's Tez over at Poppers with 139,000 points. In 5th place, starting off that 200,000 point club, we have Loser Dave over at VFW Spring Lake Park with 202,000 points. Shortly ahead with only 203,000 points, with only about a 1,000 point lead, it's 4th place Sin Bob over at Corky's Bar South Haven. But there we go. We got everyone's favorite Adam Sandler movie. We got Big Daddy over at Corner Pocket taking home that must-go prize of $42. Good job to you, Big Daddy, as we start getting ready for this next game of Game Day Bingo. But as you guys are getting ready for that, I will be taking a quick break. Make sure you guys are getting enrolled in Press and Play, because this is going to be a good one.
Our mission is to serve the community. Pilot Games has given us the opportunity to provide those resources and so forth that we need to our schools, to our fire department, to our library, to organizations that help the hungry. All of those are all made possible by the Pilot Games organization.
There it is. 53 balls.
We're at the Ledge Amphitheater in White Park, Minnesota.
I saw the Blues Brothers 2 years ago with these guys.
Blues Brothers 2 years ago was a lot of fun. Prior to that, it was the Beach Boys, and with John Stamos, it was awesome.
I have never been to a PyCon event before. This is my first time, and I am loving it.
Yeah, this is incredible. We pulled in, parked, got some free beers, amazing free food.
Famous days!
Hey everyone, Famous Dave here, smoking up the best ribs in America.
Having a great time so far. We got a picture with John Randall. It's pretty awesome.
John Randall is like my favorite.
Skull, 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 baby!
Really cool seeing John Creasel. Really cool listening to him talk and his story.
This is my first PyCon, and I've had a blast.
Willie is my favorite.
I'm excited for Willie Nelson.
I grew up listening to Willie Nelson my whole life.
Willie Nelson.
Have a really nice day!
The entertainment, the people watching, cocktails, t-shirts.
Drink and eat and be with everybody.
Fabulous experience.
Either way, I don't know why you would miss this. That's all I gotta say.
He said we're making sure to come every year.
Get your butt here, man. Get your butt here.
Come on, let's get stinking rich! Smell you later. Smells like money! Five free plays awarded! That smells wild! It doesn't get any better than that!
Hey guys, what is going on? We are back for a little bit of Pilot Games action. We had a couple winners while I was gone, so we're going to go over them just a little bit. But before I do that, make sure you guys are getting enrolled in Press and Play because we have just less than 45 seconds to do so. That minor jackpot sitting at $147. You can take home in 56 balls or less. Major jackpots at over $3,098. You can take home in 51 balls or less. That one just clicked up. Make sure you guys are watching out for that. And that mega jackpot's at $11,479. And you can take that home in 46 balls or less. Make sure you guys are getting enrolled in Press and Play. But while I was gone, we had a couple winners in a couple games. And the first of which, we had Johnny Rotten over at the Ugly Bar, winning $269 on that minor jackpot. Good job to you, Johnny Rotten. Next up, we had Non-GMO over at Broadway Pizza Maple Grove, winning $113 on that Musco. Good job to you, Non-GMO. And right after that, we had none other than Nick over at Stonehill Bar and Grill, taking home $35 on that Musco prize. Good job to you, Nick, Non-GMO, as well as Johnny Rotten, all taking home wins in those games of Game Day Bingo. But as you guys can see, we got balls dropping on this next game of Game Day Bingo. We got a ton of those prizes ready for you guys, so make sure you guys are paying attention as they're going to go by super quickly. But as I was talking about some of our standings for our Twiking Zone standings, and to go over them real quick, the ones I went over. In 10th place was T-Bone, 9th was Red, 8th we had Kirby, 7th was Caribou, and 6th we had Tez. We left off at 5th place Loser Dave, starting off that 200,000 point club with exactly 202,000 points. With only about 1,000 points ahead of him in 4th, we had Sinbob over at Corky's Bar South Haven with 203,000 points. In 3rd place, previously in a two-way tie in 2nd, we had Nan over at Corky's Bar South Haven, getting pushed back into that 3rd place spot with 219,000 points. Shortly ahead and pushing Nan out of that tie, it's 2nd place Scrub Eye, who's over at VFW Blaine with 220,000 points, only about 1,000 points ahead. And in 1st place, it's none other than Mikey Wins. We saw him getting a ton of wins yesterday over at American Legion Brooklyn Center, currently sitting with 275,000 points. Good job to you, Mikey Wins, and everyone in the top 10 of those Twiking Zone standings. But on the location side of things, of those Twiking Zone standings, we got a little bit more shakeups than we had in the player side of things. And starting that off in 10th place, we had Halfley's Bar in Richmond with 111,000 points. 9th, we had Miniger Sports Hub in La Crescent with 123,000 points. With 132,000 points in 8th was Steve-O's in Crystal. In 7th, we had Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards in Coon Rapids with 138,000 points. Kicking off that 200,000 point club in 5th place in a two-way tie, we got our place on 3rd and Faribault, tying it up with VFW Blaine, currently sitting with 246,000 points. But there we go. We got KGS over at Croft Pub and Grub Crosby taking home that $41 Must-Go prize. Good job to you, KGS, as that only 2 balls away from that minor, which means you would have been taking that home if it was the very next game. But that minor jackpot and all of our prizes are going to be growing and rolling into that next round, leaving just that Must-Go to click up in monetary amount. Make sure you guys are getting enrolled in Press and Play because this jackpot's at over $140 at a 58 ball count. That major's at $3,137 at 51 balls or less. And that mega jackpot's at $11,507. You can take home in 46 balls or less. So make sure you guys are getting enrolled in Press and Play. But continuing on with the location side of these on these Twiking Zone standings, we had 4th place actually, Poppers in Virginia, currently the first and only location in that 300,000 point club with 361,000 points. In 3rd place, we got Corky's Bar in South Haven with 412,000 points. In 2nd, we got American Legion Fridley, currently sitting with 473,000 points. And in 1st, it's VFW Spring Lake Park with a whopping 582,000 points, over a 100,000 point lead for VFW Spring Lake Park. Good job to you, VFW Spring Lake Park, and all of our locations in the top 10 of those location standings. But if you guys ever want to switch away from our regularly scheduled bingo, you guys know what to do. You guys got to pick up them iPads and go for our e-tabs. We have over 70 different charitable e-tab games you guys can check out and play at any time to win huge prizes up to $1,500. All these games have small bets between 50 cents and $5, and they all have awesome bonus and free play rounds that you guys can check out. But if you guys want to check out those e-tabs, make sure you guys are doing that. We had that new one that we just released called Bounty Hunter. Definitely a lot of fun. And if not, maybe check out a little Martian Invasion. That one is a ton of fun as well. There's too many to recommend. So make sure you guys are out there checking out whatever theme you find to be your favorite. But as you guys have just about less than a minute to get enrolled into this next game of Game Day Bingo, we got a little music history for you guys. And starting it off way back in 1979, we got, after a series of renovations, New York's legendary venue, Radio City Music Hall, reopens with a showing of its first film, Disney's Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Yeah, that's really cool. They got to have their first showing of a film there. That's definitely a lot of fun. That's a cool one. Next up, in 2008, I feel like one of America's favorite vocalists, we have Adele is the musical guest on Saturday Night Live, performing Cold Shoulder and Chasing Pavements. Sarah Palin is on the show, which leads to a huge audience and lots of exposure for Adele, giving her a massive boost in America. And yeah, deserved that massive boost. One of the best singers I've heard come out of that time. Definitely some awesome stuff. Good job to you, Adele, for doing starring on Saturday Night Live, and good job to Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs for being able to be shown in New York's legendary Radio City Music Hall. Definitely some fun stuff, but we got balls dropping on this game of Game Day Bingo. That minor jackpot is at over $212. You can take home in 58 balls or less. Major jackpot's at $3,149. You can take that home in 51 balls or less. And that mega jackpot is at $11,528. You can take that home in 46 balls or less. Make sure you guys are paying attention because this game is going to go by super quickly. But if you need any more reason to stick around for our PGL action that we're going to be having tonight, you guys got to make sure you are signed up at PGL.world and become a member of our league. Whether or not you're signed up at PGL.world, you can earn all that fun. You can win all that fun cash during our PGL specialty nights. But if you guys want to earn points and be part of our exclusive standings, you got to be signed up at PGL.world. When you sign up, you get access to insider information, which includes a monthly newsletter that has a ton of great information in it. And not only that, you get put on our new PGL member spotlight, where we give you guys a little bit of extra luck and see if we can't get you guys on those PGL standings. And we had a couple players that actually just signed up for us, so we're going to give them a little shout out. Starting us off, we got Blue Frog 12, Pink Fly 123, Fred Trisha, By Palumbo, Andrew Scar, Sparky File, Gina 1440, B Santer 34, Midnight, Kate, JLP, as well as Peterson 27. Congratulations to all of our players getting signed up at the PGL.world, and we can't wait to hopefully see you guys on those PGL standings. But speaking of those PGL standings, we actually haven't had a PGL night since our last one that we had with our Vikings game day. But we have our PGL standings right in front of us, just so you guys know what's going on before that MegaSota game night. And starting us off on the player start of these standings, in 10th place, we got Panda over at the Roadside, currently sitting with 654,680 points. In 9th place, it's Keith over at Billy's Rockford with 710,940 points. But there we go. We got a winner. It is non-GMO over at Broadway Pizza Maple Grove, taking home $48 on that Musco prize. Good job to you, non-GMO, as we start getting ready to get enrolled into this next game of Game Day Bingo. It's going to be game number 15. Make sure you guys are getting enrolled in Press and Play, because this is going to be a good one with that minor jackpot going to be sitting at 60 balls or less to take home. But continuing on in these PGL standings, in 8th place, we had Sarah Honey over at VFW Austin with 750,510 points. In 7th place was Nixon over at VFW Roseville with 760,960 points. In 6th place, we had Chapster over at Moe's with 789,500 points. 5th, Brizo over at the Underground Bar and Grill with 791,010 points. 4th place was Bergar over at Southtown Lanes with 827,620 points. And in 3rd place was Sloppy over at Mullins Bar and Grill with 843,150 points. And in 1st place, holding on to that lead for a while now, and with a commanding lead in 1st, it's Forget You D over at VFW Austin with 1,233,375 points. Good job to you, Forget You D, and all of those players in the top 10 of those player standings. But on the location side of things, where all these players are playing at and where all of them are supporting, starting things off in 10th place, previously in 9th, we got Cabin Bar and Nicolette with 2,144,015 points. 9th place, previously in 10th, pushing them back, it's Corner Bar and Grill Winstead with 2,218,790 points. In 8th place, previously in 7th, another switch up, we got VFW Austin with 2,229,690 points. 7th place, previously in 6th, also getting pushed back, it's Friendly Buffalo and Big Lake with 2,240,660 points. In 6th place, previously in 8th, so far the largest riser in these standings, and it's looking like the largest riser in the standings, it's LJ's in Miltona with 2,254,910 points. In 5th place, we got Corner Pocket and Rice with 2,256,400 points. In 4th place, we got Mabel Liquor Store in Mabel with 2,613,689 points. 3rd place, previously in 2nd, getting pushed back, is VFW Northfield with 2,751,525 points. 2nd place, we got Poppers in Virginia jumping up from 3rd with 2,975,630 points. Definitely closing in on that 3 million point club. But once they get there, it is going to be a whole nother thing to deal with, because in 1st place, with just a crazy lead, we got 1st place Howie Sports Bar and Grill in St. Cloud with 3,675,410 points. About a 300,000 point gap between the two. Definitely some crazy, not 300,000, about just crazy point total there. That is definitely some crazy stuff. Well, we got balls dropping on this game of Game Day Bingo. That minor jackpot sitting at $291. You can take home in 60 balls or less. That major jackpot's at $3,212. You can take home in 51 balls or less. And that mega jackpot's at $11,591. You can take home in 46 balls or less. Make sure you guys are paying attention, because these ones are going to go by super quickly. But as you guys are doing that, we got a little bit of Wild news, as the Wild are currently 0-3 and 0. It's 0. Mikko Ratanen scored the go-ahead goal midway through the 2nd period, and Nathan McKinnon and Valerie Nishkushin each had a goal and 2 assists for the Avalanche, who beat Minnesota 6-3 on Monday night to keep the Wild winless. Starting the season off in a little bit of a slump, but that's all right. We will be getting there soon. After allowing 14 goals over their first 2 games, the most in any such stretch in franchise history, the Wild badly needed every skater to sharpen their play and improve their decision-making in the defensive zone. Facing the defending Stanley Cup champion Avalanche was far from the ideal scenario for this test. It's on the goalie, it's on the defense, it's on the forwards, it's on the coaches, it's on all of us. Wild coach Dean Evison said, we're giving up way too many goals. That's what we know so far. And we just have to work from there and just see what exactly we're having, what problems we're having with our game, and what's going to be going on from there. But if you guys want to continue to support our Wild, like I know you guys do, the Wild are going to be having another game Thursday against the Canucks at 7 p.m. for you guys. And if you guys want to support those Wild outside of the ice, we have teamed up with the Minnesota Wild for the ETAB game Let's Go Wild. You guys can play that today at your favorite Minnesota bar and check out that Slapshot bonus round. But we got a couple winners as we have ROC Ryder and Dina. ROC Ryder over at Incline Station Bowling Center and Dina over at Bedrock splitting up that $63 must-go prize, meaning that Miner is going to be rolling and growing on to the next round, meaning if it was the next game, they would have been taking home that prize. So make sure you guys are paying attention because this is going to be some crazy stuff. Make sure you guys are getting enrolled and pressing play. But as you guys are doing that, we got a little fishing report for you guys. We're checking in over at the Twin Cities Trout Unlimited, and this is by Explore Minnesota, recorded on October 14th, 2022. The Twin Cities Trout Unlimited Oktoberfish. Oktoberfish? That's awesome. Will take place in the evening of October 25th at the Summit Brewery Rathskeller in St. Paul, and space is still available. Members and non-members will enjoy beer, food trucks, socializing, and a virtual presentation by Josh Jenkins, RD Manager of Scientific Anglers. Proceeds benefit Trout Unlimited Youth Education and Outreach. Definitely some awesome stuff. That would honestly be something to check out, especially, we got PyCon's going to be happening on the 25th. That's going to be a lot of fun. I'm very excited for that. And wow, Summit Brewery, that's going to be an awesome thing to check out. If you guys are unable to go to PyCon or, you guys don't want to go out in the bars and, try and win all that good money all of our big players are going to be missing, maybe check out that Twin Cities Trout Unlimited Oktoberfish. That thing sounds like a good time. Again, members, they're going to have beer, food trucks, socializing, and a virtual presentation. Definitely a ton of fun. Definitely something to check out. But we do have just about a minute left to get enrolled into this next game of Game Day Bingo. As you guys can see, that minor jackpot's at over $330. You can take that home in 62 balls or less. That major jackpot's at $3,291. You can take home in 51 balls or less. And that mega jackpot's at $11,670. And you guys can take that home in 46 balls or less. Make sure you guys are getting enrolled and pressing play because we got some good prizes on the line. And if you happen to win any of these prizes, make sure you guys are taking and sending in a player picture. So just a reminder that whenever you guys are playing Pilot games, just share those pictures with us. We love to see those pictures and see you guys' happy faces holding that jackpot message. So you guys can even send a picture of you guys holding that jackpot message. Send us a picture of you guys playing with your friends, family, or even your favorite bartender. You guys can share those pictures on Facebook or by emailing them to us directly at jackpots@pilotgames.com. Or you can even slap them on any of your social media with the hashtag Pilot Games, and we'll be able to scoop it up from there. Definitely some awesome stuff. Make sure you guys are doing that. But we got a little Vikings news for you guys as we have just a couple seconds to get enrolled. And here we go. We are getting into this next game of Game Day Bingo. We'll see balls starting to drop here in just a second. But you can see all those great prizes on the screen for you guys. And there we go. We got balls dropping as we got this Vikings news for you guys. The Vikings are currently 5-1. We are in a perfect spot for this bye week. Very exciting stuff. And these are 4 things that stood out in the Vikings win over Miami. 1, we got Justin Jefferson, the offensive lone bright spot. Yeah, he really is just one of the best receivers in the league right now, and it's just been amazing to watch. Number 2, we got our pass rush finally showed up. Yeah, really did. Just been glad to see that. Number 3, we got 10 of the 14 drives lasted only about 3 plays for us, meaning we're getting that yardage. And 4th, the Vikings can run away in the NFC North. They really can. The Lions are struggling, the Packers are struggling, but right now for the NFC North, and the Bears, it's the Bears. They're doing awful. They're not doing that great. And so we're having a good time. We're very happy with how things are going, and we're looking really good in the NFC North. And if you guys want to continue to support those Vikings, they're going to be having another game this Sunday, October 30th. Vikings against the Cardinals at 12 o'clock for you guys. Make sure you guys are paying attention for that one. That's actually not this Sunday. It's going to be next Sunday, as this week they have a bye week. So yeah, make sure you guys are going out and watching that game. It's going to be on the 30th, Vikings and Cardinals, 12 o'clock. Perfect little, almost like a Halloween game. And if you guys want to earn some of those little bit of PGO points to help you guys in those standings, make sure you guys are clicking on that sports link on the Player Connect app and filling in those e-tip boards before that game. You just go on your the Player Connect app. You just hit that sports link app, and then you can pick 5 squares. They'll change, and then you can just wait and see if you won in a bit. But another way to support our Vikings is by playing the e-tab game Vikings Victory. You guys can pick a letter in that skull bonus round to win some big prizes. Definitely one you guys want to check out. But there we go. We got Jur 5 over at Country Lounge St. Paul taking home that minor jackpot of $394. Good job to you, Jur 5. Taking it home in 59 balls or less. 59 balls. Good job to you, Jur 5. Definitely some awesome stuff. But I'm going to be taking a quick break for these next couple games. So I'll see you guys in just a little bit. Have fun.
We're at the Ledge Amphitheater in White Park, Minnesota.
I saw the Blues Brothers 2 years ago with these guys.
Blues Brothers 2 years ago was a lot of fun. Prior to that, it was the Beach Boys, and with John Stamos, it was awesome.
I have never been to a PyCon event before. This is my first time, and I am loving it.
Yeah, this is incredible. We pulled in, parked, got some free beers, amazing free food.
Famous days!
Hey everyone, Famous Dave here, smoking up the best ribs in America.
Having a great time so far. We got a picture with John Randall. It's pretty awesome.
John Randall is like my favorite.
Skull, 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 baby!
Really cool seeing John Creasel. Really cool listening to him talk and his story.
This is my first PyCon, and I've had a blast.
Willie is my favorite.
I'm excited for Willie Nelson.
I grew up listening to Willie Nelson my whole life.
Willie Nelson.
Willie Nelson. Have a really nice day!
The entertainment, the people watching,
Cocktails, t-shirts.
drink and eat and be with everybody.
Fabulous experience.
Either way, I don't know why you would miss this. That's all I got to say.
He said we're making sure to come every year.
Get your butt here, man. Get your butt here.
Come on, let's get stinking rich! Smell you later. Smells like money! Five free plays awarded! That smells wild! It doesn't get any better than that! Smells like a big one! Five times multiplier! It's raining cash! You gotta play to win!
Our mission is to serve the community. Pilot Games has given us the opportunity to provide those resources and so forth that we need to our schools, to our fire department, to our library, to organizations that help the hungry. All of those are all made possible by the Pilot Games organization.
Hey guys, what is going on? We are back for a little bit more Pilot Games action. We had a couple winners while I was gone, but thankfully, I don't know about thankfully, we haven't seen that minor jackpot go out quite yet, so that's still rolling into this next round. But we had a couple winners from those last couple games. The first of which was Nick over at the Stonehill Bar and Grill, taking home $126 on that must-go prize. Next up, right after that, we had BB300 over at American Legion Cold Spring, Johnny Dog over at Sauk Rapids VFW Post 6992, and SBL over at Shankaboom Lounge, taking home $39. Taking home $39, splitting it amongst themselves. And in that last game, we had Kyla over at B&B Sports Bar and Grill, taking home $43 all to themselves. Good job to you, Kyla. BB300, Johnny Dog, SBL, and Nick all taking home wins in those last games of Game Day Bingo. But as you guys see, we got balls starting to drop on this game of Game Day Bingo, and we've got that minor prize at $215 at 58 balls or less. That major jackpot's at $3,467. You can take home in 51 balls or less, and that mega jackpot's at $11,846. You can take home in 46 balls or less. Make sure you guys are paying attention because these next games are going to go by super quickly. But as you guys are going into these next games, you guys are all earning points for our happy hour standings, which we haven't been able to update since we switched on over from Jackpot Hunter. But not to worry, we've been keeping a tally of all of the points everyone's been accumulating, as well as especially our top 10s in both our players and our location standings. And our player standings sat like this before the switch. In 10th place, we had a three-way tie between Wolfstein over at Carbona's Pizza CR Billiards, Crazy Kid over at the Tasty Pizza Hangar 45, and Jay Surma over at Grumpy's Bar and Grill Roseville. They were all tied with 10,000 points. Shortly ahead in a three-way tie in 7th, we had Dustball 75 over at Charlie Sports Bar and Grill, Tesla over at Friends Bar and Restaurant, and Kirby over at American Legion Fridley. They were all tied with 11,000 points. In 6th place, we had a Lucky Ride over at South Street Saloon with 12,000 points. With 13,000 points in 5th, we had Chica over at William McCoy's of Andover. In 4th, we had Billany over at VFW Blaine with 15,000 points. With 17,000 points in 3rd, we had O'Lars over at Onamia Vets Club. In 2nd place, we had Brother Nate over at Carboni's Pizza and Sports Bar Burnsville with 20,000 points. And in 1st place was Funk over at Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards with 38,000 points. Good job to all of our players in those top 10 of those happy hour standings. On the location side of things, in 10th place, we had Dugout Bar and Grill Bethel with 16,000 points. In a two-way tie in 8th, we had the Barrel House Bar and Cafe in Coon Rapids and Willie McCoy's of Andover, both tied with 17,000 points. In 7th, we had Carboni's Pizza and Sports Bar Burnsville with 19,000 points. Before I continue on to 6th place, we got a very nice car. We got 69 T-Bird over at Lookout Bar and Grill. They're going to be taking home that minor jackpot. Good job to you, 69 T-Bird. Taking home $215.98. Good job to you. Awesome stuff there. Taking home a good win right on the last ball, too. Definitely some awesome stuff. Good job to you, 69 T-Bird. But continuing on with these happy hour standings, in 6th place, we had VFW Blaine with 23,000 points. 5th place, we had the Tasty Pizza Hangar 45 in Hilltop with 26,000 points. In 4th place, we had American Legion Fridley with 33,000 points. 3rd place was VFW Spring Lake Park with 44,000 points. 2nd was Onamia Vets Club in Onamia with 46,000 points. And in first place, holding on to that lead for a bit, it's Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards in Coon Rapids with 80,000 points. Good job to all our locations in those standings and to all the players out there supporting them. We can't wait to see these standings get officially updated. It's going to be some really awesome stuff. But as you guys are getting enrolled into this next game of Game Day Bingo, we got a ton of celebrity birthdays for you guys. But before we get into some of these awesome ones, I see some fun ones. We gonna let you know what these prizes are looking at. That minor jackpot just taken home by 69 T-Bird. That's at 44 balls. You can take home in 52 balls or less. That major prize is at $3,502. You can take home in 51 balls or less. And that mega jackpot is at $11,885 at 46 balls or less. You guys definitely want to make sure you guys are getting enrolled in pressing play, because this is going to be the second to last game of Game Day Bingo. Definitely some crazy stuff here. Actually, no, this is only game number 21. We got 2 more games. Yeah, so yeah, game 21, third to last game. Make sure you guys are getting enrolled in press and play. But here we got these celebrity birthdays for you guys. It's starting us off. We have an amazing one. Because born in 1926, we got Chuck Berry, American rock and roll guitarist and a singer-songwriter, known for Roll Over Beethoven, Sweet Little 16, a ton of songs. We're going to look up some of their music and see what Chuck Berry is known for. But I'm sure most of you guys are pretty well aware of Chuck Berry and everything he's accomplished. But we'll just go over it, maybe look at some of our favorite songs. If Ben wants to chime in, let us know his favorite song. We'll take a look for that. And let's look at some of their favorite songs. I'm going to go off the bat for my first one. This is, I know it mostly from Pulp Fiction, I'm not going to lie. I'm blanking on it now, but wow. Let's see. Okay. No, I know all these ones. You Never Can Tell. Yeah. But yeah, those no. But he has so many other good songs that everyone knows. Johnny Be Good, Never Can Tell, Run Rudolph Run, Let's Twist Again, also known as The Twist, Beautiful Delilah, Sweet Little 16, Brown Eyed Handsome Man, Go Johnny Go, that one's a classic, Reelin' and Rockin', Oh Baby Doll, Rockin' on the Railroad, Back in the USA, just so many songs that he's made. So yeah, if you guys want to help celebrate, it is Chuck Berry's birthday. So yeah, happy birthday to you, Chuck Berry, one of the most influential guitarists of all time. Basically, yeah, he basically pioneered rock. So, all right, let's see what we got next on our celebrity birthdays. Got a couple fun ones. Next up, born in 1927, we got George C. Scott, American actor and director, known for Patton as well as Dr. Strangelove. We'll see what else they're known for making, as well as those couple things that they were a part of, just to see what other movies and TV shows they were a part of. All right, we got George C. Scott, known for a ton of movies. Let's see what we got. Patton in 1970, Dr. Strangelove in 1964, The Changeling in 1980, A Christmas Carol, the 1984. Oh, okay. He was never mind. The Exorcist, the third Exorcist, Hustler, Firestarter, the 1984 one. I remember they just did a revamp of that. 12 Angry Men, Taps, The Rescuers from Down Under, and The Last Days of Patton. Yeah, definitely some crazy stuff. Also known for making a bunch more movies. But yeah, definitely happy birthday to you, George C. Scott. Definitely some awesome stuff. Next up on our celebrity birthdays, born in 1935, we got Peter Boyle, American actor known for playing in Joe, Candidate, and Everybody Loves Raymond. I'm going to guess he was Raymond's dad in this. We'll take a quick gander, see what we can find. But yeah, everyone liked that show. It's a good one with Everybody Loves Raymond. Yeah, he's Raymond's dad. One of the funniest parts of the show. He was a smart aleck. Definitely some awesome stuff. Yeah, happy birthday to Peter Boyle. Definitely some awesome stuff there. But we do have a winner on this game number 21 of Game Day Bingo. It's Nick over at Stonehill Bar and Grill, taking home $86 on that coverall prize. Good job to you, Nick. Getting us ready for game number 22 of Game Day Bingo. Make sure you guys are getting enrolled in pressing play. But next up on our celebrity birthday list, we got born in 1938, Dawn Wells, known for being in Gilligan's Island, playing as Mary Ann. Fun stuff there. We'll see what some of their other work is. But yeah, Gilligan's Island, that is a fun one. Let's see what we can find. All right. All right, we got Don Wells, known for playing Marianne in Gilligan's Island. Let's see. Wow. It is a ton of Gilligan's Island. So let's see. Okay, so other than Gilligan's Island, we got The Town That Dreaded Sundown, released in 1976. Return to Boggy Creek, Winterhawk, The Jillian Manifesto, Life Interrupted, Don Wells' Real Adventures. That sounds like a fun one. Silent but Deadly. That one looks like a pretty interesting one. I think that's Jack Black right there. Maybe? Hold on now. Okay, maybe not. It's got David Proval, Lee Merriweather, Don Wells, Sean Harrison, Jackie Holland, and a couple other actors in it as well. Interesting stuff. But yeah, happy birthday to you, Don Wells. Next up, born in 1939, a name everyone knows. We got Mike Ditka, an American NFL coach and a tight end. Was with the Bears, the Cowboys, and was NFL Rookie of the Year in 1961. Happy birthday to you, Mike Ditka. We'll look a little bit at your record, see a couple of the things that you are known for. But while we're looking at that, you guys have just less than a minute to get enrolled into this next game of Game Day Bingo, our second to last game of Game Day Bingo. Before we start off with that last game of Lucky 4 Bingo, make sure you guys are getting enrolled in Press and Play. That minor jackpot's over $100 and 54 balls or less. That major jackpot's at $3,548. You can take home in 51 balls or less. And that mega jackpot's at $11,927. You can take home in 46 balls or less. Make sure you guys are getting enrolled in Pressing Play. But yeah, Mike Ditka, even he's even in some movies and stuff like that. So we'll just take a look at some stuff. We'll take a look at what movies he's in. Because I'm pretty sure he was in Kicking and Screaming. I'm pretty sure he's like Will Ferrell's. No, he's like the other coach they're facing off against, I think. I'll take a look at that real quick. No, he plays himself. Oh, yeah. I think, no. Mike Ditka was himself, but he was a coach. Let me see. I know they played against Mike Ditka. Because he had like a crazy team built up or something, I thought. Oh no, he helps with just coaching. That's awesome. Definitely some awesome stuff. Happy birthday to you, Mike Ditka. Amazing stuff playing football. And you were in Kicking and Screaming, so that's awesome too. But next up, born in 1946, we got Howard Shore, American television and film composer, known for the Lord of the Rings trilogy and the first music director of Saturday Night Live. Definitely some awesome stuff. Happy birthday to you, Howard Shore. We'll look up a couple of the other musical scores that you helped work with, because that's, if you helped on Lord of the Rings, that's up there with doing Star Wars. So it's definitely just some crazy stuff. Let's see some of the movies that they helped do composing for. They did Lord of the Rings, Return of the King, The Two Towers, and the Fellowship of the Ring, The Two Towers. Then was part of The Hobbit, An Unexpected Journey, The Desolation of Smaug, as well as The Battle of the Five Armies. Did the work on The Fly. You guys might that one's a really fun one. That's got what's his name from Jurassic Park in it? Jeff Goldblum. Yeah. So that's a fun one. Let's see what other music he's done. And yeah, just a bunch of other movies. Definitely some crazy stuff. Silence of the Lambs, Hugo, which is The Departed. That had a great musical scores in it. Seven, definitely some awesome stuff. Okay, yeah, happy birthday to you, Howard Shore, doing some crazy stuff. But next up, born in 1952, we got Chuck Lorre, American television director, writer, and producer, known for Dharma and Greg, 2.5 Men, and The Big Bang Theory. I know seeing his name on the end of the 2.5 Men. My parents would watch that all the time. But here we go. We got a winner. It's Aang over at Mankato Bar, taking home $105 on that minor jackpot. Good job to you, Aang. Right at the last ball amount on our second to last game of Game Day Bingo. Good job, Aang. But we will be seeing that major, that mega, and that must-go growing and rolling on to the next round. Make sure you guys are getting enrolled in Pressing Play for this final game of Game Day Bingo. But as you guys are doing that, we were talking about Chuck Lorre. Did work with a bunch of shows. And yeah, happy birthday. Next up, born in 1956, we have Martina Navratilova, Czech American Czech American tennis player, 18 Grand Slam title singles titles. Definitely some crazy stuff. Amazing tennis player. Happy birthday to you, Martina. We'll see what else they are known for and see if they did anything else along with those Grand Slam titles. Because on anything, like, see if they're even like retired from the sport. And let's see. Yep, retired all the way in 2006. Was inducted into the Hall of Fame in the year 2000. Meaning in tennis, you don't have to be done playing the sport to be in the Hall of Fame. That's awesome. Happy birthday to you, Martina Navratilova. Definitely some awesome stuff. Navratilova. Yeah, definitely some awesome stuff. Happy birthday. Next up, born in 1958, we got Thomas Hearns, American boxer, and the first to win world titles in 5 weight divisions. Wow, 5 weight divisions. That's crazy. Shifting your weight like that, that is something else. Next up, born in 1960, we got Jean-Claude Van Damme, Belgian actor known for Double Impact, Kickboxer, No Retreat. Just for being in all those action movies. I'm pretty sure he even did a while where he was doing like training. He did like training videos and stuff. Yeah, just some crazy stuff. I think he was even in the Expendables, and I think Bradley Cooper thought he broke his chest because he just kicked him right in the chest. But we'll look at Jean-Claude Van Damme, what they're known for. He's just crazy shape. He had that ponytail for the longest time. Just some crazy stuff. We'll just look at a couple of the other movies that they were in. You got Bloodsport, Kickboxer, Lionheart, Double Impact, Nowhere to Run, The Expendables. He might have been in the second Expendables as well. He was in Predator. Oh, wait. Was he in Predator? I'm starting to blank. I kind of forget if he was in Predator. I almost feel like he wasn't in Predator. Okay, I'm gonna have to look at this whole this cast. So yeah, Carl Weathers is Dylan. Yeah, Jean-Claude Van Damme. I'm not seeing exactly what he is. He might be in the background somewhere, but yeah, definitely some awesome stuff. Happy birthday to you, Jean-Claude Van Damme. Next up, born in 1961, we got Wynton Marsalis, American 9-time Grammy Award-winning jazz and classical trumpeter, Pulitzer Prize for the Blood on the Fields, and Jazz at Lincoln Center Orchestra. Definitely some crazy stuff. Happy birthday to you, Wynton Marsalis. Next up, born in 1987, we got an American actor, Zac Efron, known for being in 17 Again and was a singer in High School Musical, as well as he was in The Greatest Showman. Oh, good for you, Zac Efron. Definitely some crazy stuff. Happy birthday, Zac Efron. We'll take a look at some of the other work that he was in. Yeah, because there's some he got more into like the comedy roles and stuff. He actually I feel like he's kind of like a good sport of like being made fun of for like a lot of people make fun of him for like just like being like a Hollister model kind of. But I mean, hey, he's making money. So, but yeah, he was in movies like the Baywatch movie that had come out, Extremely Wicked, Shockingly Vile, and Shockingly Evil and Vile. That was the Jeffrey Dahmer thing. He was in The Greatest Showman, 17 Again, Neighbors. I think there was a second Neighbors that he might be a part of. He was in Gold, which that looks slightly like. Hold on. Is that Zac Efron or is that Jared Leto? I never thought I would mix up the two actors, but here I am. They look very similar in this one photo. But yeah, happy birthday to you, Zac Efron. Was in, the High School Musical's Lucky One, which I think that was like a book first. I remember when they were making all those books movies. Yeah, happy birthday to you, Zac Efron. That ends off our celebrity birthday list, though. But yeah, happy birthday to Zac Efron, Wynton Marsalis, Jean-Claude Van Damme, Thomas Hearns, Martina Navratilova, Chuck Lorre, Howard Shore, Mike Ditka, Don Wells, Peter Boyle, George C. Scott, as well as the famous Chuck Berry. Definitely some awesome stuff. Happy birthday to all you guys, and happy birthday to anyone we happen to miss on that celebrity birthday list. But as you guys are closing in on these towards that must go, we got a little bit of Timberwolves news for you guys as the Minnesota Timberwolves battle the Oklahoma City Thunder on Wednesday, October 19th, 2022 at 7 p.m. in the season opener for both teams. The Timberwolves hit the court as double-digit favorites against the Thunder, and the Timberwolves are favored by 110.5 points. The matchups point total is set at 228.5. And tomorrow, the Timberwolves are going to be going up against those Thunder. Definitely some awesome stuff. But there we go. We got CopGal75 and Timmy. CopGal over at Maynard's Restaurant Roger and Timmy over at Eagles Elk River. They're going to be splitting up that $88 must-go prize. Good job to both those players. As we start getting enrolled into our final game, the last game of Lucky 4 Bingo. But make sure you guys are going out there supporting those Timberwolves as they go off against the Thunder tomorrow at 7 p.m. for that opener. Definitely some awesome stuff. All right, but before we leave you guys off, we got a little bit of stuff for you guys as we got our Twiking Zone standings, and we like to go over them just so you guys know what's happening before your guys' lunchtime tomorrow. In 10th, we had T-Bone over at Poppers. 9th was Red over at American Legion Fridley. In 8th place, we had Kirby over at VFW Blaine. 7th was Caribou over at Cooper's Restaurant. 6th place, we had Tez over at Poppers. In 5th place, we had Loser Dave over at VFW Spring Lake Park. 4th place, we had Sinbob over at Corky's Bar South Haven. 2nd was Scrub Eye over at VFW Blaine. And in 1st, we had Mikey Wins holding on to that first place spot in the Twiking Zone. On the location side of things, in 10th, we had Hackley's Bar in Richmond. 9th was Miniger Sports Hub in La Crescent. 8th place, we had Steve-O's in Crystal. In 7th place, we had Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards in Coon Rapids. In 5th place, previously in 6th, actually in a two-way tie, we have our place on 3rd at Faribault tied up with VFW Blaine in 5th. In 4th place, we got Poppers in Virginia. 3rd place is Corky's Bar South Haven. In 2nd, we had American Legion Fridley. And in 1st place, we got VFW Spring Lake Park. Definitely some awesome stuff. Good job to all of our locations and those players out there supporting them in the top 10 of our Twiking Zone standings. But as you guys have just about less than a minute left to get enrolled into this final game of Lucky 4 Bingo with those prizes over $41,000. We got some movies released today, and as you guys can see with us getting a little closer into October, I'm guessing, most of these movies are going to be a little bit more towards the horror genre. And starting us off, in 2002, we got The Ring. I'm guessing, the remake of like The Grudge and all that. Definitely some awesome stuff. Unless it was the first of the film. Let's see. Let's look up the first Ring film. All right, so let's see what we got. Yeah, the first one was Ring in 1998. Yeah, definitely some awesome stuff. Next one was released in a couple of years later. Next up, released in 2013, we got the remake of Carrie. I didn't know they remade Carrie. That seems like it might. I don't know how it would turn out because like a lot of those early 2010 remakes, they just aren't that grand. But yeah, we had the 2013 Carrie. Let's see what where it rated compared to the original. Had a good cast with Chloe Grace Moretz was in Kick-Ass as Carrie. Let's see how it did. It's about a 50%. It's pretty straight down the middle movie. All right, here we go. Next up, we got in 2019 we got Maleficent, Mistress of Evil, and in 2019 we had the sequel to Zombieland Double Tap. I remember being very excited for this movie to come out, and I am still yet to see it. But here we go. We got players 2 balls away. We are going after this must-go prize of $10. Hopefully, we'll be able to hand it on out here soon. But yeah, and there we go. We got a player only 1 ball away. Hopefully, we'll be able to hand it on out. But on this day in history, on October 18th, 1977, in the 6th game of the World Series against the Los Angeles Dodgers, the New York Yankees outfielder Reggie Jackson hits 3 home runs in a runoff in a row off of 3 consecutive pitches from 3 different pitchers. They sent out 3 different pitchers for this guy. Come on. Only the great Babe Ruth had ever hit 3 homers in a single World Series game, and he did it twice, once in 1926 and once in 1928. But he didn't do it on consecutive pitches or even consecutive at-bats. Jackson's amazing home run streak helped the Yankees win the game and the series, the team's first since 1962. Definitely some awesome stuff for those Yankees in 1977. But here we go. We got a couple players only 1 ball away, still going after this must-go prize. Hopefully we can hand it out as we have players like BB300, Niled, Tanker, Kim, and Linny over only 1 ball away. And there we go. We're handing her on out to Ferg, 5530 over at the Signature Bar in Faribault. And they'll be taking home $10. And we got 3, 6, 66, and 63 for our 4 lucky numbers. But you guys have about 3 minutes to get enrolled into these games of Skull Bingo just before our MegaSota game night. And before I leave you guys off, I got a player spotlight for you guys. And we're currently spotlighting Julie, who was playing over at the Rockin' A when they took home a jackpot of $46,954.60. That is not any change to laugh at. But everyone who plays at the Rockin' A supports the amazing charity, the Night Rider Snowmobile Club. Their mission statement is to promote lawful and safe practices of our sport no matter where you ride. We hope our dedication to the sport of snowmobiling influences others to act responsibly and join a snowmobile club, just so, people can keep tabs, stay safe on those trails, make sure you're not, drinking and driving or anything like that. Definitely some awesome stuff to support. But yeah, you guys are always supporting these awesome charities and stuff, and that's why we always say at the end of all of our broadcasts that whenever you guys play pilot games, your community wins. See you guys.
We're at the Ledge Amphitheater in White Park, Minnesota.
I saw the Blues Brothers 2 years ago with these guys.
Blues Brothers 2 years ago was a lot of fun. Prior to that, it was the Beach Boys, and with John Stamos, it was awesome.
I have never been to a PyCon event before. This is my first time, and I am loving it.
Yeah, this is incredible. We pulled in, parked, got some free beers, amazing free food.
Famous days!
Hey everyone, Famous Dave here, smoking up the best ribs in America.
Having a great time so far. We got a picture with John Randall. It's pretty awesome.
John Randall is like my favorite.
Skol, 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 baby!
Really cool seeing John Creasel. Really cool listening to him talk and his story.
This is my first PyCon, and I've had a blast.
Willie is my favorite.
I'm excited for Willie Nelson.
I grew up listening to Willie Nelson my whole life.
Willie Nelson.
Willie Nelson!
Have a really nice day!
The entertainment, the people watching.
Cocktails, t-shirts.
Drink and eat and be with everybody.
Fabulous experience.
Either way, I don't know why you would miss this. That's all I gotta say.
He said we're making sure to come every year.
Get your butt here, man. Get your butt here.
Come on, let's get stinking rich. Smell you later. Smells like money. Five free plays awarded. That smells wild. It doesn't get any better than that. Smells like a big one. Five times multiplier. It's raining cash. You gotta play to win.